Hello and welcome to another episode of CC Musician Factory. My name is Joe Garzo from Charlotte County Libraries and History. Today we are at the historic Bean Depot in El Jobean, Florida. It is historic because in 1922 it was built and it was the original post office in the town of El Jobean. El Jobean, of course, an anagram of the name of its founder, Joel Bean. But today it's a wonderful cafe that serves beverage and food, and you can find live music here 6 days out of the week. So thanks for coming by. Strap yourself in and let's enjoy another episode of CC Musician Factory. Today's guest is the one and only Danny Beach. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of CC Musician Factory. My name is Joe Garzo from Charlotte County Libraries and History, and we are here today with the one and only Danny Beach.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
So, first thing I want to ask you, Danny, is that your real name, Beach, or is it just because you love the beach so much?
It's a crazy thing. The first place I started playing music here in Florida was the Bean Depot where we are today.
Yes.
And I didn't know what to call myself. So I was a diver for the Washington, D.C. Fire Department, and I was a dive guide in Maui after I retired. And I was, am I going to be Diver Dan? What name are they going to put on that board? Then I was a lieutenant for a while in the D.C. Fire Department, and everybody called me Lieutenant Dan from that stupid movie, right?
I love that movie,
Forrest
Gump.
That's a great movie. But you know, when they call you Lieutenant Dan all day, it becomes a stupid movie to you, to me. So, but then I kept my name, and it's so ironic that I kept my name Danny Beach, and everyone always asks me, every show I do, is that your real name?
Oh, so it is your real name?
It is my real name.
Okay, excellent. And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Colonial Beach, Virginia.
Okay,
so little island on the Chesapeake Bay.
Okay.
And I'm I tell everybody I sold the Chesapeake Bay and I bought Charlotte Harbor, and I'm a master boat captain, and I take people out on tours.
That's right.
And so that's what I did. I own Charlotte Harbor. Nobody knows who owns Charlotte Harbor? It's me.
There you know. Now you know to talk to, kids. All right, so let's talk about music. You said you had a career, obviously, with the D.C. Fire Department.
Washington, D.C., yes.
But when did you start playing music?
I'd always played music. When the Beatles came out, I ran to a music store, and I got a 1963, still got it, 1963 Guild guitar. And I didn't know what a Guild guitar was. I didn't know what a guitar, but I had to have an acoustic guitar. I had to be John Lennon or Paul McCartney. That's who I had to be. So a friend of mine, ironically, came from Germany from the 7th grade, and that's when the Beatles came out. Matter of fact, he had told me about them before they even hit big, and he knew how to play their songs. I was amazed, and he taught me how to play guitar.
Really?
You know, he's been my best friend. He's like my brother. He's been my best friend since, actually since 2nd grade.
What's his name?
His name is Michael Barrett.
Is he around town here?
He lives in Punta Gorda Isles now.
Oh, so he even moved down here like you did?
Oh, yes.
So you guys have been best
Yeah,
friends.
we're brothers, yes.
Did you ever play in a band together?
We tried when we were kids, yeah. I was always a drummer. And drumming was my thing because that was easy, a lot easier than playing guitar.
Hear that, drummers? Okay, so you started, when was your first band?
My first band was, we were called the South Fork Run Band.
Okay.
But I was a bluegrass musician for years, and I had those were mostly what I did with bands. Everything else I did solo.
Okay.
You know.
How old were you in that first band?
My first band was, I was probably 10th grade. I don't know how old you are in 10th grade, probably 14 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you what inspired you to be in a band, but apparently the Beatles, like so many others, have influenced you in that direction.
Yes. Phenomenal, man. It was unreal.
Okay.
And then everything that followed them, you know, with the Stones and Kinks. I couldn't wait to get my drum set and start drumming to, I drummed on trash cans and stuff before I got my drum set, you know, and I wanted to just do the Kinks because it was easy to play. So tired.
Right, it's just G and F.
Yeah, man, yes, indeed. So there you go.
So how did you switch from drums to guitar? What made you do that?
Because I was the only person that could sing, and I also had a range. I had a talent, a very high range, and I had no idea that was a talent. Every time we did Beatles songs, I did all the Paul McCartney high parts. Right. No one else could do those, but I had to be up front. You know, I had to be in the front doing the band thing. I couldn't be in the back. You know, one of my first Southern rock bands I was in, I was the drummer and the lead singer, and I went, nah, this doesn't work.
I always thought it was hard to play drums and sing at the same time. I find guitar is much easier to sing.
Oh yeah, it is. But you know, I'm a ham, man. I want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy in the back.
Definitely. Okay, cool. So tell me, Did you continue to play music even while you had your regular gig with the DC Fire Department?
Oh, always played music. Yep.
Okay.
What happened was I was trying to play. Started going to open mics. I remember first song I played at open mic was Neil Young's "Old Man," and I had a really high range then. It was really neat. I could even play his song "Harvest," which is incredibly. I mean, now I do that, but I'll do it, in the drop D, like the old man chord, And but I could, because I listened to that song and I go, oh my God, I can't believe I used to do that. So it's pretty cool.
Well, what is it about music that makes you feel passionate about it?
The fact that I can do it.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people can't, I think. And I work on this guitar every day. And when I get home from a gig, I play for another hour after that.
Really?
I pick it up all day. I have 7 of them, and they're all like, me, choose me. You know how it is, like having 7 puppies, And so I always have to pick one up and give it love. And I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with playing it, trying to learn how to get better on it.
Do you have a favorite one and why?
A favorite guitar and why? Let me think about that a minute. Right now, this guitar that was just built by another firefighter named Terry Burke, who's a luthier in this area right here in Port Charlotte. He built my first bluegrass guitar like 20 years ago, and then this is the second Burke guitar I have, and he's made guitars for a lot of people in the area. And this one, I wanted to downsize, get off the dreadnought thing a little bit, because it's thinner and all. It's got a really nice pickup in it, and it's my new gigging guitar, and it is just a beautiful thing.
It's made good.
He specializes in making guitars out of very rare wood that's hard to find. He searches the world for wood to build guitars. This is the Kate wood from Africa.
Oh wow! And he works here in town, so people can go see him and order something?
Oh, yeah, for sure. BurkeGuitars.com. Whoops.
There you go, BurkeGuitars.com.
BurkeGuitars.com. Go check that out, and his guitars will surprise you. He does beautiful work.
So tell me, you've had a lot of bandmates, I take it. What makes the perfect bandmate or fellow musician? What's the most important aspect?
Make me look good.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's all about me.
It's always my band.
Right.
It's my, and that's the joke, and even at my open mic, I do that, and this guy, Steve Finstead has even wrote a song called "Let's Make Danny Beach Look Good." So no, it's always, and the guys in my bluegrass bands, I always did this. I always got the gigs. I did the sound. I did the song list, what we're going to do. Everybody had a part, but I did most of the songs because I'm Danny Beach.
Right.
And it's my band. So that's how it goes.
When was the first song you wrote? How old were you when you wrote your first song?
Wrote my first song, probably, I'm not sure. I think maybe around 15, 16 years old.
And what inspired that?
Just learning how to play. What happens, the way I write my songs was, back in them days, was I was always trying to I had just learned the B minor, and that is a beach of a chord to learn.
Yeah,
when you're a beginner.
Did you play it with the bar or like that?
No, I didn't. I had to do it like this.
Yeah.
I probably started out like this, but when I started that, so my first song I ever wrote that was really snazzy and cool was started in the B minor, and that's why I wrote the song, because I had learned how to play the B minor. And
what was it called, and what was it about?
Oh, it was, let's see. It was, I don't even know it anymore. You asked my first song, it's been years. But the progression was.
Okay.
That was cool.
Well, they say you never forget your first. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't.
All right, I got a couple more questions for you. Tell me what your favorite gig was, the favorite gig you ever played.
I guess the Gettysburg Bluegrass Festival was the big one for my bluegrass band. I mean, we were kept trying to break in, to the Bluegrass Festival. So what happened was, I ended up, usually I was like the only singer in a band, and I always used to have to sing the lead and do the tenor on the choruses and teach somebody how to do the low part so we can, have vocals. Then I started meeting other vocalists. So next thing you know, I got 5 vocalists in my bluegrass band. And we set up a beautiful bluegrass, gospel show. And that's how we broke into playing festivals. First, we started getting the Sunday only,
Right.
Then all of a sudden we started getting the Friday show and the Saturday, friends, we started playing festivals around. We were good, really. We called the Patuxent Partners, and they're still out there, and they're still traveling the world. They traveled the world. They've been around the world 3 times.
Okay.
Since I left them. Not with me.
Conversely, what was the worst gig you ever had and worst experience on stage?
Jesus, I really shouldn't say this. Hopefully Lee James won't hear this, but the worst was a Moose Club somewhere.
Okay.
And it was so funny because it was like just 4 drunk guys at the bar, and they go, "Hey, you know any Grinder Switch?" Like that. And so every song after that, here's a song by Grinder Switch. Go. I like the way sparkling earrings lay.
That's the Eagles.
But they didn't.
They didn't know that. I know. If they're drunk enough, you could tell them anything.
Exactly.
At least nothing was thrown at you, because I was waiting for the beer bottles,
it was just
chicken
like,
wire.
every gig is precious. That's the way I feel, and I believe in that. But that particular one, I kept going.
I guess I should mention at this time that Danny Beach hosts probably the best open mic every Tuesday night at the All-Star Bar, where we usually do the show. But today we're at the Bean Depot, obviously.
Bean Depot, yeah.
And Danny does have a history here at the Bean Depot. In fact, I found this picture online when I looked him up. I Googled Danny Beach, and one of the first things that came up was a picture of Danny Zuko from Greece, a.k.a. John Travolta. So Danny Beach, right?
Danny Beach, right.
But I have this picture where he's obviously standing right in front of this thing, so, right? This is in front of the Bean
That's
Depot.
where I did, yeah. What happened was I had retired to Maui.
Yeah.
And my son got me a nice dive guide job there. And I never thought I'd leave there, but I met someone who needed a boat captain in a place called Punta Gorda, Florida. And I came here and I saw Charlotte Harbor, and I'm a sailing enthusiast. I'm a sailing nut.
Sure.
And so I was exploring the area here, and it rained. I was in a Jeep and it started raining sideways. And I remembered passing here with a single lane road. 776 was here. Jobean Road is a single lane road under construction. And I passed by here. I remember a live music sign. So I'm coming back over the Maca River Bridge, raining sideways. I dove in here to get out of the rain because I didn't have any windows, in this Jeep. And they're playing bluegrass in here. Some old guys playing bluegrass. I go, "Hey, can anybody do that?" Yeah. And so next week I came, I got my old Martin guitar out, put some strings on it. I hadn't played it in years. And I came in here, and I'm good at bluegrass. So the owner here, Tim Barini, he asked me, "Hey, can you play here like on a Friday or Saturday?" And I went, "Sure," but I didn't have a PA and I couldn't. So I started running around this town, seeing what everybody was doing, writing it down, learning some songs. I came here and it started me on a 20-year second career of playing professional music. Yep.
So what year was this around?
This was 2003.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. So it
just
has
before
been 20
Hurricane
years.
Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So
Well,
it
you
was
answered
great.
my question, because I was going to ask you how you ended up here from Maui all the way to Port
Yeah,
Charlotte. So that's how it happened.
yeah. I got that job. I took the guy had a what do you call that? A corporate retreat. He was from Chicago, and he had a really nice place. He had boats out back, and needed somebody to take people out. And, it was great. I only did it for like 18 months, but during that time, I got my own place here because you can get a home on a canal here like for $1.60. It was great.
Right.
And so yeah, I did it, and
cool.
and I love it.
What do you love about this area the most?
Well, the music scene, the fact that someone even pays me a dime to play at their establishment shocks me. It's amazing.
It's a good feeling.
It's really good. And I keep getting calls, I keep getting booked. Every year I'm thinking, this is my last year. Some people don't renew. Some people have me for a year and let me go, and that's okay. And you get over it and move on to the next one. But I play all the best gigs, I believe. I play the best places. I call them AAA gigs, and like the best gig I play down here is just so many. I love the TT's Tiki Bar because I get to just be loud and obnoxious and nobody cares, you know.
And I know you're up at the Fisherman's Village all the time too.
Yeah, and the Sandbar is another place you can just let it out. But most places, you gotta play and let the audience do what they want. You can read the audience. They want to be entertained. I'll entertain them.
Right.
But if they want to just sit there and eat, I'm fine with that too.
Well, this was definitely your first venue, and it was the second venue that let me play. So I still play here. In fact, every first Tuesday of the month I'm here. So for dinner. But tell me a little bit about Tim Barini, because Tim's the guy who hired me, and he's such a great guy. I'm friends with his son now, Donnie, and we were so sad when he passed away a few years ago. So what are your memories of Tim Barini?
Tim Barini was one of the most extraordinary men I've ever met in my life, and his career was stunning. He was internationally sought after custom motorcycle builder. So he was one of the most extraordinary. So he had come here to this town, and his whole history of just accidentally coming here, actually like looking for some high school friend or something, and saw this town, and it just rang to him like the potential of everything. Yeah. And he wanted to restore the hotel. He wanted to bring this thing back to life, and with his incredible ability to make this historical everything, you know, the way he did it, it was just a stunning thing. But he was a custom motorcycle builder, and he was one of the best ever. Yeah. And it was stunning, and he was cool, and he was also, you know, he stayed right in here.
Right. That's how I met him, because I work for History Services, and we talked a lot of history. And of course, the Jobean Hotel is over there, and it was owned by one famous Suicide Simon, who was a daredevil. Yeah. And he told me a lot of stories about that. But we were sad to see Tim gone. But his son Donnie's doing a great job here as well. But anyway, let's get along to the song. Tell me what song you're going to play for us today and what it's about.
I'm going to play a song called If You've Seen Them for the First Time. And the story behind the song is, when I was in Maui, my oldest son got married on the Big Island of Waikoloa. And you know, and the wedding went off and everything was just beautiful, and big Hawaiian wedding, and then we're all sitting around, and I'm just sitting around, you know, and I'm probably partying a little bit, and the Hawaiian ladies start coming over and go, "You must sing a song for your son. It's your son. He's got married. You must sing a song for your son." I go, "No, I'm not. No. Here's a guitar. I don't have a guitar here." So I had to make up something to sing. So I made up. I started singing a song by Clint Black, a country song, right. You know, and nobody got it. So then my other son was getting married. He goes, "Dad, can you write a song for my wedding, and don't do that lame song you did at David's wedding?" And I go, "Yes, I will." So I wrote the song for my son Nathan and his wife Jackie, and it's called "If You've Seen Them for the First Time." If you've seen them for the first time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy, everybody.
All right. Well, if you've seen them for the first time, you know why they're standing here today. It's what they saw that day in their eyes. No nature on earth can erase away. If you've seen them for the first time, the way they held their hands so tight. Well, in two hearts, the search was over. They completed the puzzles of their lives. Yeah. Doesn't love make you look out on the ocean? How does love make you take that highway ride? Ain't that love makes you look up in the mountain and sit and talk to the ones you love in the sky? Yeah, if you'd seen them for the first time, oh, they walked down the beach for so long. Ain't it funny when you just can't tell? When you're right there living your own love song. you walk to the top of the mountain, sit and talk to the ones you love in the sky. Yeah, if she's seen them for the first time, yeah, we all know why they're standing here today.
Yay!
Thank you.
Danny Beach. Thank you so much, Danny. I was going to ask you, is this the album cover for the 13 songs that I found online?
That's the album cover. That's my only promo thing I've ever done.
Okay, what's the album called?
Oh, the album's called Danny Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I wanted to get that out there for you. Once again, thank you, Mr. Danny Beach, and thank you for tuning in to CC Musician
Thank
Factory.
you for having me, Joe.
No problem.
Thank you
See you
so
soon,
much.
buddy.